Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the video summary of the fiscal year 2026 to fiscal year 2030 Transportation Improvement Program, or TIP. My name is Jason Sartorio, Project Manager for the MetroPlan Orlando TIP. The goals of this video are to help you learn about the Transportation Improvement Program and the annual update process, to help you understand what type of projects are included in the TIP and how much money is spent regionally, and to discover ways to participate in the planning process and how to provide public comments. Next, we'll talk a little bit about the TIP. MetroPlan Orlando has three core products that shape transportation in Central Florida over a 25-year timeframe. The Metropolitan Transportation Plan, or MTP, is a 25-year plan that establishes the vision of Central Florida's entire transportation system. The plan identifies current and future transportation needs. Projects must be included in the plan to receive federal and state funding. The MTP is updated every 5 years to reflect the changing dynamics of the region. Once long-term needs are determined by the MTP, projects are prioritized and ranked in the Prioritized Project List, or PPL, which is a project funding waitlist. The PPL serves as a bridge document between the MTP and the TIP. Once funding becomes available, the project and project phases move into the TIP. So you may ask yourself, what is the TIP? The TIP is the region's transportation budget for federal and state fund projects and programs. It sets the schedule for improvements to the region's transportation system over the next 5 years by assigning or programming available funding to specific projects and covers all modes of transportation. So why is the TIP important? The TIP is a critically important plan for the community, not only because it ensures we are striving to achieve the visions laid out in the long-range plans, but because only projects listed in the TIP are eligible for federal funding from the Federal Highway Administration and Federal Transit Administration. Next, we'll discuss the TIP updating process and some key dates. The TIP is a living document. MetroPlan Orlando prepares the TIP and makes it available for review and seeks comments from the public every year. A few key points. Projects in the TIP are highly coordinated across agencies and government sectors. Also, the TIP is not a wish list. All projects listed in the TIP are funded based on available revenues. Finally, the TIP is governed by federal and state requirements. It has been prepared in cooperation with the Florida Department of Transportation and operating partners. This year, we have several public presentations and opportunities for public comment. You can come listen in person or live on YouTube during the following dates: the Community Advisory Committee on Wednesday, May 28th or Wednesday, June 25th, the Technical Advisory Committee and TISMO Advisory Committee on Friday, May 30th or Friday, June 27th, the Municipal Advisory Committee on Thursday, June 5th or Thursday, June 26th, the Transportation Disadvantaged Local Coordination Board on Thursday, June 12th. After all of the presentations, the MetroPlan Orlando Board will be taking action during their board meeting on Wednesday, July 9th. The final approved TIP will be submitted to FDOT prior to July 15th. And then throughout the course of the year, the TIP is amended and modified as needed and approved by the MetroPlan Orlando Board. We will now move on to discuss what type of projects are included in the TIP. The TIP is broken down into several sections and includes an introduction and overview, a list of regionally significant projects, a financial summary by funding category, 11 project listing sections, which are displayed on the left side of the screen, an abbreviation and acronyms guide, a reference to the adopted priority list, and a systems performance report. So how much money will be spent on transportation over the next 5 years? We have a total of 271 federal, state, and turnpike funded projects in the TIP with an approximate $5.5 billion in funding programmed. This does not include the $1.3 billion in local funds that our partner agencies contribute to projects or projects submitted by our local partner agencies for informational purposes only. And the pie chart on the screen breaks down this funding by category based on the 11 sections of the TIP. And it should be noted that the I-4 funds, which make up 49% of the pie chart, include the $2 billion in discretionary funding we received as part of the governor's Moving Florida Forward initiative. Within the TIP, we have a total of 39 projects that MetroPlan Orlando will be funding using our Transportation Management Agency, or TMA funds. These projects have an approximate $145 million in funding over the next 5 years. This does not include the $31 million in TMA funding added to 3 state highway system projects in order to help the state balance the work program. And the table displayed breaks these down by section between complete streets type projects, bicycle and pedestrian projects, TISMO, and transit capital. We will now move on to talk about public participation and stakeholder engagement. MetroPlan Orlando welcomes everyone to participate in the regional transportation planning process. Persons wishing to express concern, who require special assistance under the Americans with Disability Act, or who require language services, should contact MetroPlan Orlando using the phone number or email provided on the screen. This year, we have multiple ways for the public to participate at their convenience. You can watch this year's tip video on our YouTube channel, which if you are hearing my voice, you are currently watching. Additionally, you can join in person or virtually at any of our upcoming committee or board meetings, and will have the opportunity to leave a public comment. You can also attend our in-person open house at the Seminole County Library in Oviedo on June 17th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. We will also be hosting 3 hour-long virtual Ask a Planner About the TIP sessions. The dates of these events are on the MetroPlan Orlando online calendar, as well as on the TIP webpage. Finally, you can utilize the TIP online viewer to navigate and provide comments. As I just mentioned, this year we have multiple ways to participate at your convenience. On the left side of the screen are all of the dates of the advisory committees and board meetings. On the right side of your screen, you will see the dates and locations of our open house, as well as the dates and times of our Ask a Planner About the TIP virtual sessions. Additionally, we have some new videos on the TIP webpage and YouTube channel, including TIP 101, how to submit a public comment using the TIP online viewer, and the video you are currently watching. As you may remember, last year we launched our TIP online viewer as an interactive way for everyone to view the document. While the program is pretty user-friendly, we do understand that there can be a learning curve. Therefore, we've created a short 2-minute long how-to video that can be viewed on our YouTube channel or on our TIP webpage, metroplanorlando.gov/tip. Next, we'll talk about how to make a public comment. There are several ways to make a public comment about the TIP. You can attend one or more of the 13 public meetings, online open houses, and presentations taking place over the next 2 months. You can also send a written comment, mail or email to comment@metroplanorlando.gov. You can use the TIP Online Viewer's public comment feature. You can also contact us by phone at the number on the next slide to provide a public comment on the TIP. All comments are due by July 7th, 2025. Oral comments may be made at any MetroPlan Orlando public meeting through July 9th. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to learn more about the TIP and transportation planning in the region over the next 5 years. We look forward to your future participation in the planning process and welcome you to attend any of our online public events and leave a public comment. Thank you.